been doing all the things, the strategy, the affirmations, the inner healing, and still feel stuck, or you are not getting the results you would like to see in your life and business, like you're doing all the work, but your life, your business still does not reflect what you know is possible, it's not because you're doing it wrong. It's because most people are only working with one dimension in mind. And today I'm going to show you what your life and business can look like in 3D, 4D, and 5D, and how aligning all three of these dimensions, 3D, the conscious mind, 4D, the subconscious mind, and 5D, the superconscious mind, how aligning with all three of these dimensions can change everything for you. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Infinite You. I'm Dr. Sheri, spiritual psychologist, multidimensional mindset mentor, soul-led success coach, and the founder of the Soul-Led Success Studio. And this is all about helping you as a purpose-driven seeker, spiritual entrepreneur, healer, coach, creator, and anyone who knows they are meant for more, to be part of this channel. More flow, more purpose, more joy. And if that is you, please hit subscribe. If this resonates, hit like, hit comment, make a comment. I read all of them. I will respond back to you. And join me every Sunday for Soulful Sundays, every Tuesday for Transformation Tuesday, and then definitely on Fridays for Zen Flow Friday for new videos. If you hit that notification, that will help you create from soul, not struggle. And like I said, if you hit the notification button, you will be apprised to when a new video of mine comes out. So I talk about multidimensional mindset all of the time, but it is worth repeating. What the heck am I talking about? It is your very nature. You are a multidimensional being. You are body, mind, and soul. So it's no surprise that mindset should reflect that natural way of being, our human design, human blueprint. Most people are taught that mindset is really a 3D thing. Set a goal, change a habit, take action. That definitely matters in the 3D world, but we are so much more than that. We are multidimensional beings. Some of us dive into 4D for sure, working with the subconscious mind, emotional healing, a little bit of work with our identity, although not too many of us talk about identity, even though it really is important. And I talk about that for sure in the Soul-Led Success Studio. But remember, the real power comes when you include 5D, when you include your superconscious mind, your soul's knowing, the essence of who you are, God's mind, soul essence, the energy of all that is, God frequency, the divine field of creation where everything begins. We humans have been taught that it's about doing, but really it is about being first and then doing. And when you align all three layers, 3D, 4D, and 5D, that is when manifestation flows. That's when creative downloads come. That's when you answer your soul's calling, your purpose, your meaning, your fulfillment. That is when results really collapse in. That's when you come into the essence of who you are. And like I said, we all come here with a purpose. None of this is random. So let's look at each dimension on this amazing Soulful Sunday and what it looks like, when we see it manifest, and how we experience it and what we feel like in 3D, 4D, and 5D. And so 3D mindset, your conscious mind, the physical plane. And I think before I get into what it looks like, in physical reality or the experience of it in 4D and 5D, I just want to say, remember, your 5D, your superconscious mind is all about frequency. Your 4D subconscious mind is all about identity. And this is where most humans get stuck, because we're always in fixing mode, and how can we, get rid of old programming and old beliefs that no longer resonate with us. But once you tune into the frequency, the essence of who you are at 5D, and you bring that down into 4D, into your identity in your subconscious mind, you will notice things begin to shift. And when you bring it down to 3D, into your conscious mind, where you are being very clear about who you are in terms of frequency and identity, what you want to see manifest, everything will change. Alignment, being and doing, and, obviously taking aligned action in your physical world with your physical body. That is what we were designed for. But when you align 5D, 4D, and 3D, you will see things begin to shift. So 3D mindset, your conscious mind, the physical plane. You will notice that life is ruled by effort, by tasks, by discipline. You rely on strategy, you rely on logic, you rely on time. In business, it can look like hustle, launches, funnels, tactics. Money feels tied to how you work, and you think, I do things to get results. That's what this physical reality is all about. That is what 3D is all about. That is what the Piscean age was all about. But we are now in the Aquarian age. And so things are shifting. This is in part an old paradigm. It doesn't mean that we're not taking aligned action and we're not doing things in our physical reality. We definitely are. But there are way many more. I think I said that in like a really cheeseball way. But there are more layers to the process. So in your 4D mindset, in your subconscious mind, this is the mental and emotional plane. And we all know this because for those of us who are on that mission of self-awareness or even leaning towards self-realization, this mental emotional plane is when you begin to realize that your beliefs, your programming shape your results. You're healing trauma in this space. You're rewiring patterns. You are shifting your identity. Remember, like I said, frequency, identity, and your commands to the universe, your standing orders. In business, you are aligning with your message. You're clearing imposter syndrome. Money becomes about worthiness and energetic alignment. And you think, I become the person who creates results. And in 5D, in the superconscious, at the soul plane level, when you are aligned, you know you are energy. You operate from frequency and divine timing and intuition. In business, you create through resonance and embodiment. You don't chase clients, you magnetize them. And you think, I am the frequency of what I desire. I create it by being it. So do you see the difference in the shift? This is when your soul gets to lead. You're no longer just managing a business, you are stewarding a frequency. And if you're not an entrepreneur, maybe you're a healer, a seeker, or just someone on an awakened path, this still applies to you. So in 3D, you might try to fix yourself, create new habits, read all the books, do all the things, thinking that things like confidence is a construct and you're just going to build your confidence rather than get into that 5D alignment of knowing who you are at the soul level and coming from that frequency. But in 4D as a seeker, you start to heal, you recognize your conditioning, you work on your inner child, your wounds, your trauma, and then you begin to reclaim your power with the hope and the intention that you can really truly begin to release and dissolve old programming and write your story in a powerful way. But remember, in 5D, you definitely begin to realize you are never broken. You are always whole. And you start creating from soul, not from struggle. You trust the divine. That is what multidimensional alignment is all about. And it is not just a theory. It shows up in how you feel, how intentional you are, how you love, how you create, and definitely how you live. And this is exactly what I am creating and have created in the Soul-Led Success Studio, because your life and your business are not meant to be lived as separate fragments. It's all about integration in this space. The Soul-Led Success Studio is where strategy is fueled, infused, integrated with soul, where your nervous system support meets frequency work, where action is aligned, not force. You are not hustling in this space any longer, where the divine masculine and feminine are coming together in an integrated, powerful way. So you know that being and doing that with a balance that works for you is wildly attractive and will absolutely manifest for you whatever you would like to see come to fruition. Because remember, you manifest from your whole being, not just your thoughts. And I will say this again. 5D is frequency. 4D is your subconscious, your programming, your identity, the story that you want to write, not what you were raised with. You are a sovereign soul. You get to decide who you are and what you want to look like and what you want to feel like. 5D frequency, 4D identity, 3D the standing orders that you put into the universe with your conscious mind. So this is really energy, psychology, metaphysics, the quantum field, God frequency. It's all of it, the divine feminine and masculine, yin and yang. All of it is in the Soul-Led Success Studio. It is so amazing. I created it with a lot of divine downloads, a lot of creative downloads, because I know what it feels like to, as a being on the planet, wanting more and wanting to experience my life fully, and definitely as an entrepreneur to create and manifest without burnout, without dis-ease, without taking really, aligned risks in faith and in God frequency, rather than just sort of like putting yourself out there, and feeling like no one has your back. And honestly, at the end of the day, the universe always has your back. And so inside the studio, of course, we explore all of this, the manifestation portal, the Zen Flow operating system, my quantum alignment system, and then everything to do with multidimensional mindset, so you can decide in an instant what to release, who you want to be, what you want to create. We explore everything in a multidimensional way in 3D, 4D, and 5D inside of, like I said, that Zen Flow framework, where you get to integrate all of it in every area of your life and business, whatever it works for you. More money, more clients, amazing offers, better health, amazing relationships, being a part of a community that you want to attract to you because you want all the love and support, and really lean into and feel and experience yourself in a very amazing, soul-led, successful way. And so I'm going to put a link in the description box below for my Soul-Led Success Studio sales page. You can click right on there. My free newsletter, if you're not sure yet, but you can, click there and you'll be on my mailing list. And my Mindset to Manifest bundle, it's only $7. It's amazing. It is super powerful. It is a great way to shift. And if you want to hop on a discovery call with me, I will put my calendar link down below. Why am I saying that? Because we are toward the end of July, and because I am promoting the studio right now, if we hop on a call, I can give you a founding members rate with a little bit of a coupon code. So that is available to you too. I will put my calendar link, like I said, below. So Soul-Led Success Studio, Mindset to Manifest bundle, free newsletter, and my calendar link. So where are you in your mind? Are you hanging out in 3D? Are you paying way too much attention to the illusion of the 3D, your 3D reality? Are you hanging out in 4D in that space of constantly just trying to fix yourself? You're never enough. You're never good enough. You're never going to heal. Or are you hanging out in 5D at the soul level where maybe you're stuck in that etheric space and you do need to kind of bring it back down and integrate more of your 4D and 3D self? It is definitely a balance. It is not about, one energy, one dimension being, more weighty than the others. We're human beings on the planet right now, and we are indeed multi-dimensional. Oh my gosh. Anyhow, I think that that's all I have to say. So thank you so much for being here. I was just reading my notes and yeah, it's all good. Anyhow, that is all I have to say. I hope you have a beautiful, amazing day, evening, morning, night, wherever you are in the world. Make sure you subscribe, hit like if this resonates, and definitely check out those links. I would love to see you inside the studio. If you are being called. I will see you all again soon. Namaste.